Hi, this is Altaf, and there is a short demonstration on how to use a light meter. Light meter, as the name suggests, is used to measure light at a surface or at a particular location. It consists of two components. You can see in here, this is the data logger that actually measures the light, and then this is the sensor that senses the amount of light and sends the information to the data logger. Uh, the data logger has 6 buttons, as you can see. The first button is the on and off, so you just hit it and it turns on. Uh, right now you can see is that the reading is zero point 0.1 lux. This is because it's not been calibrated properly, so there's a small screw in here that you can adjust, and take a small screwdriver and then just screw it and adjust it until it reaches 0. I'm not going to do that right now, but moving on. Uh, the data logger has a small tripod at the back, uh, and you can put it upright to get your reading. Uh, First step is to take the cap off the sensor so it can start sensing light there. So the white part is the part that actually senses the amount of light and gives you the reading. Next to the on off button, you see a range button. The range button basically tells you the range, the maximum amount of range that you want your readings taken under. So it gives you 200, 2000, 20,000 lux, and so on. Uh, for regular purposes, you would take at least a range of 200 or at least until 2000, because on a work surface you'd get at least 300 to 500 lux if you have some daylight from a window hitting it at that point. Uh, there's a lux and foot candles button down here that gives you the option of taking measurements in lux, as you can see right now, or foot candles. When you hit it, you can see the difference. These are just two different measurements. Foot candles is light intensity in candela per square foot, so foot candles, and usually lower number than the lux, which is simply light intensity in lux. So put things in perspective. Uh, Usual reading on a work surface that you'd want is about 300 to 500 lux, and foot candles would be about 30 to 50 uh, under ideal lighting conditions, which is not always the case. Uh, there's a maximum button here that when you hit will record the maximum reading at that time. So it's the biggest number that it's measuring at that point, and if the light gets a little more, you see that the max number increased, and that's what it's showing you at that point. Uh, there's a hold button out here that basically just freezes the measurement that's displayed on the screen at that point. So if you're taking a reading somewhere, you can just hit hold and it freezes, and you could record your reading at that point. Finally, there's a record or erase button out here that when you hold and keep pressed, it starts recording the measurements taking part in that interval, and it keeps recording it until you want it to stop. And the way you stop it is you just hit it once, and that ends it. So the recorded part is stored in the data logger, and then there's there's a CD that you get. You can install on your PC and connect the data logger with this cable to the PC and just get that information onto the software, and you can analyze it on your computer. There's a outlet over here that you can connect the cable to your PC and get that information inside. So that's a short summary of the light meter. You want to turn it off, you just hit the button again, and it turns off.